This episode features an 2015 Acura ELX for sale at an auction. First of all, let's start with the smart chart, just so we make sure we don't forget to look for anything. When shopping for a car, you need to go through the exterior condition, the engine condition, the interior condition, make a test drive if possible, and then check the mileage. But before we start, I know that shopping for a car can be stressful. Usually, you have a family, you are working full time, and you really need a car right now, not in a year from now. So, you're on a tight schedule and budget. I mean, when you're buying a car, you expect not to put any additional repair money at least for 3 or 4 years. And at the same time, there's really no way to be 100% sure a used car won't need any repairs. What I would like to share through my work is ways to minimize the risk and deal the best price as fairly as possible. So now let's start with the paint job. You're looking for inconsistency in the paint job.
Now,
Panels that
I
seem
don't
to
know
be
if that's
lighter
normal,
or
but
stronger in color than the rest of the car.
because of the sun, it's kind of clear that the bumper is not exactly the same color as the body of the car. Now, maybe because this is steel, that's not even steel actually, that's plastic. No, that's plastic. No, that's steel. It's supposed to be steel. Okay, no, should be steel. But anyway, and there's kind of small dots.
Body condition. As always, this should be the most obvious part. When you're walking around the car, look for any dings, broken parts, scratches, rust, inconsistent alignment in between the hood, panels, bumper, and doors.
I feel maybe an accident on this side. Just maybe.
Wheels and tires. First of all, look and see if all four tires are the same make and model. Then take a simple penny and insert it in between the tire tread. It will give you a rough estimation on how much tire tread is left. Finally, check the rims
Alright, I
for
feel
scratches,
this tire
pothole damage,
is
and faded paint.
at least less than half its life. And this one, same thing. It's alright. Half life.
Headlamps and tail lights. All around the car, check and see if the lights are becoming blurred and yellow. This is common with non-UV treated transparent plastic. With time and sunshine, they slowly degrade. This means either the car was sitting too long facing the sun, or the car has simply spent much of its life on the road. This is why sometimes yellow blurred headlamp can give you a rough estimation on the actual mileage. Sunroof. At this stage of your investigation, you simply want to verify that all the windows are closed tight and properly. Now the engine. First of all, check the oil level before you start the engine. Once that's done, Start it up and listen. Ideally, a cold start is the best way for checking an engine. If it's too rough, you know it's usually packing a big load of mileage. Exhaust gas color. Meanwhile, check the colored gas coming out of the exhaust. Is there any oil as well? There is three main colors that could indicate engine failure: dark black, blue, or white gray. The usual color should not be noticeable in summer and very light gray in winter. Oil leaks. While the engine is running, check for any oil leak under the engine bay. Then turn the car off for about 2 minutes and check the oil level again. Try to smell it as well. It will give you an idea on the oil condition and engine condition.
There is missing the cup for windshield washer. So all in all, this car seems odd. I'm convinced there's something. I don't know what, but there's something wrong with this car. Here you can see there's missing a bolt.
Interior condition. Look for any unusual wear and tear on the steering wheel, seats, and switches. Any unusual condition could be caused by excessive use, which should indicate a relatively high mileage.
Steering wheel seems okay. The seats all right, but you see over here this plastic that indicates that it had to be open at least once to be like this. So maybe somebody tried to play with the display over here, changing the mileage or stuff like that. So it says 111,000. Maybe it was more than that. So usually when I suspect a car has been into a crash, next thing I do is look at the seat belts. For instance, now this one is clean, nothing odd over here, but if you look closer here, it's kind of dirty and definitely unusual especially for a 2013 car. On the other side, it seems same kind of issue. I can definitely sense that the seat belt has been changed because it's too dirty over here.
The seat belts locks as soon as they sense a crash in order to prevent the driver and passengers from bouncing all around the car while the accident is happening. The seat belts are made in a specific way so they lock only once when the car gets into a crash. You have to replace them in order to put the car back on the road. All windows and sunroof. Check if all the windows are working properly, open them up and close them down. Windshield wipers. Don't forget to check if windshield wipers show any malfunction. Finally, if you can, you must take it for a test drive. I would suggest to drive it in city roads until it heats up, then take it on the highway. Mileage. After going through that smart chart thoroughly, you really should begin to have an idea on the actual mileage of the car. So check it out at the very end of your investigation. If the shown number makes you uncomfortable, walk away or try and get the best
Everything
deal
seems
as
alright.
fairly as possible. Cluster lights. Check and see if any cluster lights are on. Each light could indicate needed maintenance. This was a 2015 Acura ELX6 for sale at an auction. Thank you for watching and shop carefully.